Tyson Fury. Hi guys. Just listening to some commentary. I'll link it down below of Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, just talking. Just this guy, I just think, no disrespect, he's having some kind of episode. He's
Boxing fans like me and everybody in here, we're looking at you and going, Tyson, please give us some good news and stuff like that. Selfishly, I mean, like, but we want the fight. I'm guessing that you definitely want the fight. You've called for Joshua for long enough. So, what can you do on your part, if anything?
Can't do nothing.
No,
it's out of my hands. It's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me at all. I'm just a boxer. There's a lot of things behind the scenes going on, like I say, that can alter a fight. Do I think I'm going to be fighting Joshua in the next 10 minutes? Hell no. Do I think the fight will eventually happen sooner or later? Yes. It has to happen. But do I think it's imminent right next minute? No, I don't. Listen, we've seen Mayweather and Pacquiao. How long did that go on for?
I know, but that sort of died a death. That fight was sort of like a wet fish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then when it finally did happen, it was the most pay-per-view fight in history. Even though it was a wet fish, it still did just under 5 million buys, so suggest it's just the biggest fight ever in history. So when this fight when it finally does happen, then I'm sure that we'll all get to see it. But I'm not going to hold my breath for it, that's for sure. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, because I've been guilty of doing that before, and then these fights don't happen, and then I end up in a massive depression and feel like killing myself.
Oh, sorry guys. After all that, now you're saying that he is saying inactivity doesn't affect him because he was 3 years out the ring and came back and beat up Wilder. Yes, we know. Now he's saying, so he's gone from saying inactivity doesn't make a difference to he was inactive and beat up Deontay Wilder. I just think, in my opinion, like, I can't bother with all of this objective, subjective journalism term. I don't give a shit. I'm just keep it straight down the middle. This geezer's tapped. He's just saying a load of contradictory things. There's no way in hell that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua would be up talking about the fight when their whole vibe is, we ain't talking about nothing that isn't happening. Alright. What could be the isms and schisms of why? So he could come back and Deontay Wilder could be the next fight. Well, just make it the next fight. Whatever it is, because I'm going to be dropping a part of my interview, that good old Sky Sports and all that. It's questionable. When I spoke to Carlos Takam last week, 7 days ago, about his team speaking to Tyson Fury because they got offered the Tyson Fury fight for December. And after a week of negotiations, Tyson Fury's team just stopped answering the phones. Duck. Then it was Caballero. Don't know what situation. That was all. The contracts were supposed to be all sorted out. Money was sorted out. Didn't hear nothing from Caballero. Duck. Tyson Fury, if he really wanted to fight, he could have fought. I'm not
Tyson Fury's resume isn't good. So, to me, that's why I don't put him as number one. Even though he's undefeated, I put Tyson Fury as number two.
Yes. Tyson Fury, he never fight with me.
Yeah, he didn't fight you either.
He was supposed to fight me in December. Yeah.
That's right, in December the 5th. Because it was gonna, because I was on Big Up Pep Talk UK, because I was
in UK. I was so excited for that fight. I said, yes, I'm gonna back home. I'm gonna back home in UK, in London.
Yeah. He goes on to say that to me sounds like he's just pulling a strop. He goes on to say that no, my career is finished in fighting in England. No, the superstar of world boxing fighting in a small hall in England. Well, why don't you fight in a major arena like Anthony Joshua has done and filled them 90,000 people? Because you can't. Sorry, that's what it is. You've never been able to fill. Tyson Fury missed me with the whole load of rubbish at this point. Go and do what you please. If it isn't, I'd love to see you and Deontay Wilder again. Go in and do the damn thing, please. But if it ain't a massive fight, I don't want to care. If it ain't Joshua, I don't care. If it ain't Wilder, I don't care. Like, if it's not them two, I don't. Well, actually, I'll be up for a Dillian White. I'll be up for a Takam. I'll be up for... I think he's a little bit bigger than he is with the regards of the stadium, with the fighting in a small hall in England or whatever. What major elite boxer fights in a small hall, let alone an undefeated bloody heavyweight title holder? So when he was asked about Eddie Hearn, why Eddie Hearn, and basically saying it, and Bob Arum saying that the fights, he said, "Oh, well, until we're in the ring, there's no fight." It hasn't gone, basically paraphrasing, like according to plan. So what could be the hold-ups? If I find out the whole time that he just really didn't have the intention to fight Anthony Joshua again, then Tyson Fury, you're discounted in life. But he won't fight Dillian White. He won't fight Carlos Takam, because you've ducked them two. He won't fight... So why don't you just bypass... Fight Andy Ruiz. Instead of Andy Ruiz fighting Chris Arreola, why don't you fight Andy Ruiz? That'd be a decent fight. Fight him then. And you can fight him in Madison Square Garden, where he initially beat AJ. Why don't you do that then? Eh? Because at this point, you're sounding worse than Carl the Contradiction Frotch. We're going to have to take that name off of Carl. Right, yeah. Because everybody's a walking contradiction. And then everybody wants to say that AJ ducks. You can see Tyson Fury, to end this commentary, I've had enough of you, you're ducking. Anyway, come box with Shan. Hey girl, it's LadyChann. Come box with Shan. Stand by.